Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. I'm Novice1997 back here with a new Warframe guide / overview, and this time it's for Saryn. Hope you'll enjoy, and yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, first we have Saryn's passive called Potency, which makes status effects last longer, which means that when any status is applied to the target, it does the same amount of damage every tick, but there's more ticks, so for Saryn it's a great passive actually. Okay, so Saryn's first ability is called Spores, and it looks like this. And what it does is that it attaches little toxic balls, so to speak, to the target, which deals damage over time, and it will spread to more enemies if the spore gets popped and so on. If the target has a toxic proc on it, it will also spread toxin damage to the surrounding enemies. So I'd say that Spores is a very good ability, especially when combined with her second ability, and the spores only cost half the normal energy when you cast it on their second ability. Now on to her second ability, which is called Molt, and it looks like this. What this ability does is that Saryn will shed her skin just like a snake would, which will leave a decoy behind that enemies will be targeting instead of you. You can either use this ability if you have to revive a teammate and there's a lot of enemies around you. Then if you activate Molt, the enemies will concentrate on the decoy so that you can revive your fallen teammate. Or you could place Molt as a target so that you can place spores on the Molt so you can easily pop her spores so that the enemies around get infected, and if you activate Saryn's ulti Miasma, Molt will explode, dealing toxic damage, which in return gives Miasma 100% damage boost to all toxin affected targets. And now we have Saryn's third ability, which is called Toxic Lash, and it looks like this. When this ability is activated, Saryn's melee strikes become toxic and have a guaranteed status chance of 100%. So well, there's not really much to say about Toxic Lash. In comparison, Toxic Lash is a rather underwhelming ability, but hey, let's move on. Okay, so at last we have Saryn's fourth ability, or also called ulti, which is called Miasma, and it looks like this. What it does is that Saryn pollutes the atmosphere with a lethally poisonous mist that corrodes away the enemy armor in a duration of time depending on your loadout, which is another way of saying that they will get very much easier to kill, and in addition of just stripping the enemy of their armor, it will deal a pretty good amount of damage on its own. Miasma also deals an additional damage of around 100% to enemies under toxin or viral effects, and enemies that are affected by this ability also get stunned briefly, which is nice. Okay, so Saryn's playstyle is a bit repetitive and basically just boils down to activating Molt and putting spores on Molt and popping those spores for a lot of damage. Then if it's high tier, you'll activate Miasma from time to time, but in my very personal opinion, she is the least fun DPS caster in the game. But she also has amazing damage output if you use her correctly, and if you're okay with the repetitiveness of her, then you'll do tons of damage and be able to do long and hard missions without any problems whatsoever. I would recommend using a weapon that has an AoE damage, because it's going to pop all the spores very easily. And the prime example of this would be the Ignis, which is a very good weapon for Saryn, because, well, it's a flamethrower. Okay guys, thanks for watching my quick overview / guide for Saryn, and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the little bell icon so that you don't miss any new videos, and I'll try to upload a new video once every single week. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.